Alright, hi everybody, it's me, Bonkai922. Final episode. Parasyte. Oh my god. Now, last week, I'm pretty sure everyone realized I didn't upload anything. My NIS computer. So yeah, but that wasn't a big deal. It was only one video. It was just, it didn't go through. It was taking too long. So basically I'm doing two parts. Yeah. In this video, I'm going to talk about briefly what happened last week, in last week's episode, my thoughts on it and stuff. And I'm going to talk about the final episode. And in part two, this will be part one, and in part two, I'm going to basically talk about my overall thoughts on the series and how it ended. So last week, I'm only going to start this briefly. This was episode 24, obviously. Final review, final episode review, final episode. They had their fight with Godo, and it was the whole message about Earth, and so on and so forth. That's pretty much what went down. And I really enjoyed it. It was very emotional. How, you know, Reiko's message came to Shinichi saying, don't bully us. You know, we're all the same thing, pretty much. And that was the whole bit in that episode. And overall, I gave that, I really liked it. 4.5 out of 5. This episode, the final episode, the ending, I give a 5 out of 5. And when I mean the ending, I mean the very end. The very end. It's kind of funny because pretty much in this final episode, Migi tells Shinichi in a dream that he's moving on. He's going through a different path. And that he's going to go to sleep. And this is not going to be like he's going to sleep and he's going to wake up. No. He's going to be sleeping and that's it. And as he gets a dream where he sees his mother and he sees everybody else, it's pretty powerful shit. And, you know, this is one strong suit about Parasyte in the anime that I think holds true. Regardless what anyone says about the anime and how obviously the manga's better, I felt the emotional scenes were done perfect. Absolutely perfect. And I almost cried again. I almost cried again. Again, in this show. It's kind of funny with Parasyte. This show, this anime makes you cry a lot. So basically he's on his way to in the pasture, if you so to speak, Migi. I'm like, Migi! And the dream ends and you know, Shinichi calls him stupid, baka, and he's upset about it. The rest of the episode is pretty much him and Satomi. Murano. And they encounter, remember that psychopath the cops took in to help them find who was a parasite or not? He's in this episode. But funny coincidence. The guy who voiced him, I believe, is the same guy who voiced one of the main characters from Shingeki no Bahamut. Funny little tidbit there. But yeah, it played out as the guy, he took Murano hostage, and he has this whole huge conversation with Shinichi about humans, monsters, all that jazz. Overall, I will say this. This scene was very powerful. And it literally, the final scene when Shinichi's going in to stop this guy from killing Murano, Satomi. He gets stabbed in the arm, Shinichi, and he punches him. He lets go of Murano. She falls. I swear to you, that split second when I thought, oh shit, she's dead. And then boom, you get this surreal thing with Shinichi, with a dog, and you see Murano. I'm like, no, Murano's dead. And you see Migi talking about, you know, how, you know, human lives are, you know, it makes it more, you know, so he worded it very, very, very fancy about human lives and such, and how they are And then you see he's holding on to Murano. Satomi. I was like, oh shit. So and that's where it ends. Now, and then he also, this guy, he killed like 2 people. But and that's where it ends. And Shinichi realizes that Migi was there to save Murano. Now, overall, this episode gets a 4.5. That last scene, I definitely would say a 5. Now, in part 2, I'm going to talk about my overall final verdict on this show. I'm not going to say it here. I'll leave it for, leave it for tomorrow when I do part 2. But I will say this about this episode. This really accumulated everything that this show was trying to send out in this final episode. About parasites, about humans, how they're similar, the earth, organisms, all that in this episode. And I must say, okay, it's obviously not as good as the manga, but with the news, I heard about One Punch Man, bro. That Madhouse is doing that. You gotta give props where props are due. Madhouse delivers. I mean, I've only seen one anime they didn't deliver. That was a piece of shit. But everything else, they delivered greatly. Hunter x Hunter. Now Parasyte. Now coming out One Punch Man. They do a great job. And this series, they did a fantastic job with. Especially in this episode. Everything was accumulated. Everything was shown. It was fantastic. In my part 2, which I'm going to give you guys my final verdict on the series as a whole. As far as these final 2 episodes, though, I like the message that was in the previous episode, and I like what was brought up in this episode. And I really liked Migi. I like the fact that Migi, even though he left, he was still there. His presence was still there. And the whole message about the parasites and the humans and how they're similar, their family, don't bully us, it's all there. And I thought it was done beautifully. Shown beautifully. There's nothing else for me to add as far as this episode is concerned. A 4.5 for this one. I guess 4.5 for the last one. And tomorrow, when I will do part 2, it'll be called Overall Thoughts on Parasyte. On the Parasyte anime. I'll give or take a few. But this was a great final episode. And, it ended great. I mean, it's kind of funny that out of everyone to find out, no one found out. Like, maybe it's different in the manga, but no one found out about Shinichi. The only ones who knew was that serial killer guy and Murano. So tell me, that was it. No one else knew. No one else knew. I find that crazy. Freaking crazy. But yeah, tomorrow, that's all I got for you guys. You will get my overall thoughts on the series. Tell you guys things in the comment section below. This will be uploaded tomorrow. I will upload part 2 as well tomorrow. We'll see. That's all you got, guys. Yo, no more Parasyte. Yo. It's a shame. It's a shame. But do not fret, because the spring's on the way. And let me just move my camera to the side. Yeah, Fate Stay Night's coming back, bitches. Hoo-hoo. Also with other shows and stuff. So, no Parasyte, but we're going to get Fate Stay Night back. And we're going to get High School DxD, Knights of Syndonia, Arsenal. So there's some stuff coming back to help fill the void of Parasyte. But Parasyte was a really great anime. Go check it if you can. I'm Bonkai922. I'll see you guys later. Look forward to that part 2 tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. Peace. Oh, by the way, to And Peg, I will try to do a Toriko live stream Friday or Saturday, but I give no promises. If I do it, I'm probably going to have to do it on the computer in the hallway. I'm sorry, but that's what I was going to have to do. We'll see. I'll see you guys later. Peace.